Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to tonight's John Block Marathon Madness. Um, so I'm sorry there was no Marathon Madness Thursday night. Um, we just did reruns of previous Savage Unblock episodes. So welcome back. Happy Friday night. Thank God it's Friday, literally, and we're gonna talk about Friday. Thank God it's Friday on Savage Unblock. Um, but yeah, thank God. Um, I hope everyone is having a fantastic Friday night. So today we're going to discuss season 1, episode 17. Friday and weekend is at 3:35, and then season 8, episode 11. Thank God it's Friday. Okay, well, here we go. So let's discuss season 1, episode 17. Friday and the weekend is at 3:35. So this is a normal episode, normal Friday episode. He goes to breakfast, and then he goes to Breakfast Club, and then um and then let's see, and then he goes to um first period, which is English, which is with Miss Hendricks, and they're probably doing a quiz, their weekly test, weekly quiz, and he gets it done, and then he goes to reading, and I think they probably have a test at this point with Miss Warnock, and then they do that, and then testing and pre-algebra, where he gets help with Miss Warnock in her room, and then he goes to lunch meeting. They have pizza, the famous square pizza that everybody enjoys in life. Personally, my character, and all of us do. Um, but I like triangle. I like both. I just love pizza. But and then he hangs out with the party members. They talk about what their plans are for the weekend. And this is eighth grade. I forgot to mention. Um, and then he goes and they watch TikToks, they laugh, they have fun, they look at memes, and they just have a great time. And they're saying, thank God it's Friday. and then they go to study hall, and then science, and then they practice and choir, play chill, and then US and then civics. They just have a quiz, I think, weekly quiz at this point. And then they go to resource. He hangs out with Erica. They have fun because he has no play to do. And then by the end of the day, he does his famous rituals. Everybody's going crazy on Hunter, but he does it anyway. He doesn't care. He keeps on going in. The bell rings. It's 3:35 p.m. That's when the school days are done. The bell rings at 3:35 p.m. And then he heads home. He stretches stuff, and um um and then he is going to enjoy a wonderful weekend. Now I'm going to discuss season 8, episode 11. Thank God it's Friday. Hold on. Okay, here we are. So thank God it's Friday, season 8, episode 11. Alright, so this is 11th grade now. We're gonna fast forward again. So this, he goes to breakfast and then he eats it and then he goes to his Heartland fest and he gets to Heartland and this is elementary education, I mean, early education day with Miss Higgins, his teacher, and they do a lesson, I think. They do notes for the first 2 hours of the 3 hours at Heartland. The first two periods, I guess, of the day. They do a lesson, and then I think they probably have, I think, maybe a quiz or something in this episode, I think, probably. The first quiz out of like 2 or 3 quiz, they don't have much, um, but they do lesson first and then quiz, and then unfortunately Hunter didn't do so good on the first time, so he has to do it again. And that way she gives people second they want him to do it again. And Miss Higgins is just a lovely and nice teacher, personally and as her character, both offset, onset, on the camera, off the, all of it. She's just a nice woman. But anyway, and then they have their break, and then after break they do a retake of the quiz, and during the third period portion they just do some lessons. They watch some video lessons, and and they begin to prepare for the next week of preschool. At this point, so um, so there's that. And you'll see what they do in the clips, like just like always. And then they go to study hall, and then they go to lunch, and they have a Birdhead meeting. They play some mobile. Hunter plays some mobile games. They chat. They chit chat about the week that they had and what their plans are for the weekend. And then they're saying, "Thank God it's Friday," just like they did in season 1. And they're still saying, "Thank God it's Friday." And then they go to science. Hunter gets it done. I think they probably have a quiz. They do weekly quizzes every Friday, I believe, for a test or something like a competency test. Of what a master where you have to get a certain percent or you have to retake it. Well, he does that. I think he passes it. And then he gets done with ICP, which is physics and chemistry, science, with Mr. Mindock. He gets done there, then he goes to Mr. Stevens' Algebra 2 class. It's kind of a struggle. I think they're doing a quiz or something, or a test. Friday is just a test day. But he gets help with Miss Oswald, who is the resource teacher. He gets it done. He turns it in, and then he goes back to resource with Miss Oswald for 6th period. And he just chills, and then he goes to U.S. history. He gets the assignments, whatever activities, whatever they do, gets it done. Then he does a little dancey dance. He does his ritual, and then at 3:30, because it's now 3:30 instead of 3:35, the bell rings. He's saying, "Thank God it's Friday," and he goes right out of the school and heads home for the weekend. So that's that. So thank you for watching tonight's episode of Sajjan Bachmere from Madness. I'll see you Monday night for another Sajjan Bachmere Marathon Madness. We're back on schedule after having this previous Monday off for Labor Day. But anyway, I hope everyone has a fantastic, Friday night and a wonderful weekend. And God bless. Thank you, and God bless you all. Have a good night. God bless you all. Bye.